actually moved to Toronto.
I went in yesterday morning and it was just terrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was awful. I mean, I had to go, but it was not
Yeah.
I've never seen a snowplow go in the ditch before. I saw lots of tractor trailers that you sort of always see. But snowplows usually.
Yeah, they're built literally for that exact.
Made me worry a little bit. I got there before the rain started. That was just a snowstorm.
You know what I'm thinking right now?
What do you do in the city?
I work on escalators right now. Elevator construction.
How in the first engineer?
No, it's like I do the building of it, like so the actual labor.
Putting them together?
Putting them together. Yeah, I think it's something that a lot of people like really plan to get into.
I think about it a lot.
Yeah, so do you
There's an elevator to the very fast. It's a really good elevator, not something I think very often.
Yeah.
In a small building. There's one in the church that I deliver. I
Oh yeah.
There must be people that in the house.
Yes.
Okay, thank you all for coming to the first performance of Double Exposure, written by Eleanor Zichy and performed by Eleanor Zichy and Fraser Gielen. Enjoy.
You hear that?
Hear what?
That click. That in my leg when I walk. My physio says I should be avoiding repetitive hip flexion. You don't hear that?
Stop talking to me.
No, you should really keep your senses sharp while we're on here. If there's anything off that you see or hear, smell, taste, could be dangerous.
Taste.
Yeah, well water. If our systems aren't used to it, could be poisonous.
You've been drinking the water?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Click. In your hip.
Fuck you, Edie. I'm so tired. You think it's true what they said on the radio? In like 200 years, no one's gonna know what a car is. Like they're gonna know what they are from history and stuff.
What will people use to get around?
Well, ideally they won't. Get around. Everyone's gonna be living in these self-sustaining pods, kind of the size of this place. They're made of these climate-controlled, recycled purple shampoo bottles. And the purple confuses the UV rays. And then you can grow anything you want in them.
What were you doing in the bathroom for so long?
I was not in the bathroom for that long.
You were. Were you texting someone?
Yeah, I couldn't have. You took my phone.
Oh, that's right.
Can I have it back now?
Not yet.
Are we not done for the day?
No. in the morning. I don't want you talking about me.
I wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would.
Oh, what difference does it make if I do it now or later?
I just want to have a peaceful night by the fire where I don't have to wonder what you're saying about me.
What if I tell you what I'm saying?
That wouldn't be very fun for you.
I've already given up on fun.
See, that's exactly what you're going to complain about. You're going to say I forced you to come here and do weird things in the woods while I took pictures. And then whoever you're conspiring with is going to make some joke about, like, incest or something. And then you're going to have to distance yourself from it in order to laugh. And then you're going to say, yeah, but it's ultimately just sad. It's just really sad that she thinks she can do this. But she's my sister, and I care about her. So I'm here.
Edie, the door.
What?
The door. You're gonna burn this place down.
Well, this is your idea of hell, isn't it?
You know, you make it really hard to console you sometimes.
I don't need to be consoled. You need to be consoled because I forced you to come here and do weird things in the woods.
Oh my God. Edie, you're only making it weirder.
Just shut up then.
So I was listening to this podcast. Apparently abattoirs have started treating cows for depression. Like before they kill them. And it makes the meat actually like way more tender.
That's nice.
And then they put that hole in their brain.
Is that how they do it?
Yes. You should really try to learn more about the world, Edie.
You know, it seems kind of inhumane to make them happy. Give them a lust for life right before they nail them. Be nicer if they made them more miserable, so that they beg for death. And grant them their wish. It's as good as being happy anyway.
See, I don't think anyone really wishes death upon themselves or others. You know, it's always going to be a transgression. When you kill, you're violating a part of yourself. Like, I eat meat. I would never wish death upon anything.
I know. I really believe you feel that way. That's what makes you such an interesting subject. You're beautiful, Brother Bear, because you're actually kind of fucking stupid.
You're good. You know what you're good at? You take these, like, everyday things and make sure that eyes are always on them. You know, you take these photographs that just look like exactly like what's already in front of us. So exactly like what we've already seen. Like these photographs that look just exactly like fucking photographs. It's quite something. You're like those clamps that keep the eyes open during surgery.
No, I'm the knife.
No.
You didn't read that book I asked you to.
No.
I know you didn't. I could tell by the way you performed today.
Look, I did everything you asked me to. I crouched, I bathed, played dead, fucking took my clothes off.
Well, if you had read the book, like I asked you to, literally the only preparation I asked you to do, then you wouldn't have had a problem with taking off your clothes. So don't give me a problem now.
Look, I did it, didn't I? I didn't need to read some shit to turn myself into an art martyr. It wouldn't have convinced me anyway. I did this as a favor to you. No other reason.
That's not what the book is like, at all. You have a closed mind, and that's why you didn't read it. And it doesn't matter that you didn't do what I asked. What matters is that the camera caught it on your face. You can't bullshit the camera. So thanks.
Throw out the stock then. Get someone else to do it. Better yet, you should pay someone else to do it because otherwise, I'm sorry, you don't just get to make people do whatever you want.
Well, I don't have any time, Gielen. My deadline is in a week, and I already wrote my artist statement about it. Never mind.
That's okay. I can imagine. What is it about? Is it about kinship, renewal, rebirth, revelry and rivalry? Is that it?
No, none of that. should have read the book.
Okay. What's the book called again? Hey, can I please have my phone back?
No.
You know, you're absolutely intolerable sometimes. You know that? I think I despise you. Yeah, I do. And I don't think it's just because you're my sister either. You might actually be a bad person. I don't know. You've held me captive. You've taken my phone away. You made me undress in the freezing cold. When I was doing those lunge poses down by the pond, I think you heard that in my hip. But you didn't want to acknowledge it because you know that that's your fault. I'm injured, Edie. It's probably the sound of my bones defrosting and expanding in the heat like a fucking beam of wood. You're a bad person.
The Book of Dreams.
What?
Is what it was called. Or did you forget what you were talking about?
Book of Dreams. Book of Dreams. Who wrote it?
Darius Warwalker.
Never heard of him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had heard of him. Otherwise, I never would have suggested you read it.
You basically sew up your ears every time I try to introduce a new thought into your head.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really didn't hear the click, click, click. Do you want to stand up and try it again?
I am actually kind of worried about it. Right there. I think it's getting worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm. 2 more steps. While you're up, you think you can grab that bottle of wine? Hey, Gielen. Thank you. I mean it. Thank you. I really appreciate what you did today. Couldn't have done it without you. And I know I'm never going to get into this program, but I feel better for trying. I'm not going to get in. It's fine, though. It's fine.
So is it German?
It was $11.
No, the book. Rohrstadter. What is that? Austrian?
Warwalker. Darius Warwalker. They called him Dak. He was born in England to a German father and a Spanish mother.
Sounds like the setup to a joke.
He taught at Cambridge. Classics, psychoanalysis, theatrics, poetics, animal behavior.
Jack of all trades.
Yes. Well, anyway, more than any tradition itself, he was interested in traditions. He wanted to preserve tradition. And not just in an intellectual way, like a really real way.
So what era was this guy? Was photography around?
Yeah, but he wasn't interested in photography. In fact, he hated it. He thought it was going to be the downfall of humanity.
I guess time proved me wrong.
You think?
You don't?
Yeah. Only you'd read the book. We could have had a real discussion.
We can still have a real discussion. We can still engage with the ideas.
It's so limp dick to have an opinion about a book you never read.
Okay, Edie. You wanna watch a movie?
People who were really scared of him, of Dak, they had him institutionalized for something. But it turned out later, they didn't have any proof of what they were putting him away for. So they spent years searching for it. This book that he made, that they put him away for, But they never found it.
This is a book you wanted me to read?
No, the book I wanted you to read is a book about the book.
The book they never found.
Yes.
I can't believe I overlooked it.
Okay. Whatever. I wouldn't have expected you to take an interest for the sake of interest. You wouldn't even really know where to begin. I'll tell you. Page I. That's Roman numeral for 1. That's the prologue. It's for context. But you don't need a prologue. You don't even need pages 1 to 400. You know, it's such a waste to educate people who will just do anything anyone asks of them. All you do is you go to work and you eat your boss's shit for your annual raise, and then you take off your clothes for your crazy sister's art project because you want people to think you're being nice to her. You're a bit of a whore, Gielen.
Next time we're at a party, and people start taking a little bit longer in their conversations because they see you hovering in the corner of their eye, or the next time you come out of the bathroom after 20 minutes and your skirt's still in your ass crack because you were too busy just looking at your face in the mirror, the next time you throw yourself at the host because you're too shit-faced to get yourself home, I'm not going to bail you out. I think I've been there for you just a few too many times.
You haven't been there for me.
You're joking.
Dick. When I wanted to move with Dad to New York...
Oh my God. Are you still
Listen to
talking
me,
about
shut
that?
up.
Gee, that was a bad
Don't
idea.
fucking
We were
interrupt
kids.
me! When I wanted to move with Dad to New York because I was having a hard time in school and my friends stopped talking to me, you said you wouldn't go. But they didn't want to separate us. You made me stay with Mom in Grafton.
That's where we lived. They were never going to go for us living in New York. Edie, you have this fantasy life where you're like 13 sipping martinis and smoking cigarettes in Dad's 200 square foot apartment. You're like writing poetry while he abandons you to go shtup that neighbor with the lame leg.
Hey, that's my fantasy. How come your peephole has such deep focus?
But instead, he abandons you to design greeting cards for department stores and then drinks alone before his weekly Skype with the kids.
He wanted us there. It didn't have to be that way.
No, he didn't want us there. I think he liked us. But he was so determined on having this bad dad moment, and I think we really needed to just let him have that.
So it was good for him. Sort of. It was good for you because you got to stay with your friends while I walked alone on the side of the road.
You were always walking along the side of the road, and we called out for you. You pretended not to hear us.
I didn't hear you. So I guess you weren't trying very hard. You still don't, really.
Look, if you really don't think we got the shots, let's try again tomorrow morning.
We have to be out by 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Well, let's do it when we get back to the city.
It's okay.
Come on, Edie. Let's just fucking do it. If this is really your passion, if this is what you want to do, I'm here for it. Okay? Fucking, what, Ansel Adams, Annie Leibovitz, Ann Geddes, Terry Richardson, whatever. Let's do
I
it.
don't really think that's the vibe.
You can be whoever you want to be, Edie. I've always known that. And for a weekend in the country, with all you can drink sulfites, I'm willing to be whoever you want me to be. Too.
Will you read?
My hands are full. Is there an audiobook?
No. But there should be one. Maybe you could do it.
Yeah, maybe I could. I really don't want to read, so I'm not going to do that.
You can just repeat after me, okay? The Book of Dreams is a book about... The Book of Dreams is
Is that how it starts?
Gets better. The Book of Dreams
Okay, the
It's a
Book
book
of Dreams is a book
about
about
a book bound in human skin.
Edie. No.
Say it!
Why would I say it?
Because that's how it goes.
A book doesn't go like anything. A book is quiet.
Well, when it's surrounded by controversy and scandal.
It's disgusting. Whose skin was it?
I already told you they never found it.
So I take it probably didn't exist.
Well, they never found the original.
So that there were a bunch of little copydacks running around.
No. Remember I said they put him away when the rumors started? So, they needed to cover up having done it. They needed to present evidence.
Who's they?
You know, the academics, his rivals.
And so the book they framed him with is like actually human flesh.
What do you mean? What else would it be?
I don't know. Like animal skin? Leather?
Thousands of years of leather-bound books, and you think they wouldn't be able to know the difference?
I don't know, how could you? When it's all like dried out and pulled, topped?
Taut.
Yeah. In this context, I like taut.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the same. And you don't know either. So let's say tomorrow we had to go out and bind a book in human skin. For some reason, we had to. You can't just go to your local Indigo and see what it feels like. See if it's just the same as anything else, like all the objects that are in front of you every single day. You can't even go to a museum and see what it looks like. It's like nothing else in the world. It's that special. So you have to make it.
So is it supposed to make me want to undress?
Don't be so gross!
Me? That's what you made me do today.
You really don't grow, do you?
No, apparently not.
The point is that sometimes, life puts you in a place where you can't fake it. You can't fake it. Spoiler alert, the skin on the book was not leather. You knew this was important to me, but today, all you were giving me was leather. Worse, you were giving me fucking pleather. That's all you think I deserve. I know you're embarrassed of me sometimes. I know you've gone the straight and narrow, and we're all very happy for you. Girlfriend, dog, account manager for digital marketing, that's what you do, right? But you have no skin at all. Even when you're naked, you don't have any like cells or something. You just kind of reflect everything back. And it is kind of beautiful. I mean it. You're the most happily contemporary person I know. If you want to get on a bike, you'll join a cycling group with a Discord channel. You have external hard drives with all your text message history. It's kind of crazy. But then there's also the part where you reflect things you hate. Me, Dad, you're doing it right now. You did it today. I saw myself all over you and it was all disgust. You can't help it. You're too determined to hate me.
I do hate you, Edith. I fucking hate you. You're a narcissist. You know, I think that's where you get all your other mental illnesses from, too. I think that was kind of the original sin. How many do you have now, by the way? I can't remember. When we were teenagers, You walked alongside the side of the road with your coat flying open. Because I think you wanted people to think that you were a hooker. Because you like that kind of attention. Not sexy, just dirty. You are like Dad. You know, you're so intent on being unhappy. That's why you're all want and no work. And you're not going to get into this program because you're far less talented than you think. That's why I didn't read the book. I thought about it. I didn't get around to it. It wasn't worth my time to help you out in that way. You know? It wouldn't have made a difference anyway. I don't think it would have helped. Nothing could.
Thank you. That was great. Now, what in there could be more interesting than us?
It's dead.
You should look into that.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Do you want me to get you some water?
I'm alright.
I think we got the shots. I can feel it.
What are you gonna do for me?
I asked you if you wanted water.
I don't want water. What are you gonna do for me? I just debased myself for you.
No, if you ever need a kidney, it's yours, Brother Bear.
That's not enough.
That's a pretty big deal.
Look, I think that you should do something for me. Maybe there should be witnesses.
I could forgive you for not reading the book. We could do it in front of Mom.
Edie, I don't want that snark, okay? I think that you should do something for me. I don't care if you do it lovingly or not, but you owe me.
Okay, I'll buy you breakfast. We can go to a diner.
16/8 fasting schedule. Edie, I've told you this.
I can't help you if you won't help yourself.
I cheated on Katie.
Really?
Yeah. The girl from my cycling group.
Good for you?
What do you mean?
I just mean, you've been in that relationship a long time and what? Seems like you decided you want something else.
I'm gonna ask her to marry me.
Do you want some privacy to be this stupid?
You know what, Katie?
I like Katie fine. What's your opinion of her?
I think she's wonderful. She's very smart, accomplished, hot.
And why would you do that? Honestly, it's worse to do it before you're married. The decision you make to get married should be pure. You should have no secrets and know exactly what you're getting. If you deceive beforehand, that's what makes the marriage a lie. That's betrayal. If you're deceived during, well, it's your fault for getting married.
Well, I already did it. And I want to marry her. She's not going to marry me if I tell her. So I'm not going to tell her.
And why are you asking me for advice?
Edie, I've never asked you for advice. I'm telling you this because as my sister, you're going to know Katie for a very long time. You can't ever tell her.
But I wouldn't have told her if you hadn't told me. You fucking asshole.
If you ever do tell her, I will never speak to you ever again.
I hope you know what you're doing. You're not unloading any guilt on me. I'm not Katie.
I know that. But you are impulsive. And you're aggressive. And there are going to be times when you're furious with me. And you're going to have to show a little restraint.
What? So you want to put me on a leash? Maybe if I resist telling her, I'll show some restraint in other ways? It's brilliant, Gielen.
Edie, this is not about you.
Oh, so I guess you're doing this for Katie's benefit. So she can be doubly deceived.
It's not about Katie either. Maybe for once it's about me. I'm not like you, Edie. I don't have that self-loathing gene. I don't have a convenient excuse to take out a lifelong sibling exploitation membership. So may I, then please, just this once, try to make something of my life? Make it a struggle. Something that you have to participate in forever and ever.
You have a simple and demonic mind.
You pretend to be so out there, but you really are a square.
I am? I hate to think what you are. What's duller than a square? A circle? No edges at all.
A circle has infinite potential.
Maybe you're just a line then. Like a gray pencil line. One that kind of peters out.
Nope. I am a digital marketing accounts manager who bears all for the sake of art and experiment. I make myself vulnerable to the secrets of the flesh. I'm outside my own box.
You can't even keep a secret of the flesh.
Yes, I can. I'm just making this last longer. I'll never have to do this again if it lives inside of you.
Sicko.
Square. You know, you're more like Mom in the end. But what's perverse about you is, I think ultimately, you would prefer carpeted floors and regular trips to the dentist over the avant-garde. But you're just too embarrassed to admit it, so you're gonna fail into it instead.
And what are you gonna get that's any better, huh? Exposed pipes and CBT?
Yeah, therapy. Everyone should be in therapy. Therapy might be our generation's dentistry.
I think dentistry is still our generation's dentistry.
We should combine the two. I think there's serious startup potential there.
Yeah, see, ultimately, you shouldn't be trying to hide your mistresses in me because you make 6 figures. It's exploitative.
So I should be, like, paying someone else to do it? What kind of service is that?
Therapy.
You're out of your mind.
Will you stop swinging that axe around? They're gonna charge me for the damage.
That's not really an axe.
What do you mean? What else would it be?
It's like one of these antique prop thingies. It goes with the fainting chair and that rickety old ladder. It's all staged. You're so naive. Edie, what are you doing?
You said it was fake.
Anything can be real with that kind of force behind it.
I wanna go to bed.
It's so early. It's our last night.
Yeah? What do you care? I dragged you here, and you've been sleepwalking the whole time.
I'm revved up. I think I'm kind of having a good time. You dragged us here, and now you're being a drag.
No, I don't think you know how much energy it takes to sustain creative thought all day. I'm exhausted.
That's bullshit. I'm the only one that's done anything physical today.
You don't think photography is physical?
Give me your camera.
No. The roll is full anyway.
That's a really lame excuse.
I know. I'm tired. Fire's making me sleepy.
Just try to stay up a little longer, please.
What's the point?
I want to talk to you.
What else do you want to divulge? No. Don't. I don't want to hear it.
I don't sleep at night anymore.
Because of the guilt?
Edie, no. You're incredibly judgmental.
Just a question. Why can't you sleep?
Because. The world around me is enclosing me. I've made every decision I could possibly make. I've made pretty good ones. This transgression is nothing. It's almost admirable by some standards. I think I should be entitled to worse.
You feel guilty about being too good?
Maybe.
Interesting.
Is it?
Surprisingly, yes. For you.
I'm done. I'm at the end of my life.
Well, what could you do then? Something bad, but not too bad. I don't want to be afraid of you. I'm not out here. Can you wait till we're back in the city to do something bad?
No, I probably shouldn't wait. Is there any liquor?
Yeah, but it's an honor system. You have to leave cash.
That's perfect. I won't.
You're just gonna charge my credit card, you dipshit. You can only pretend to be daring when you're doing it for me.
You know, maybe I should follow your lead a little more. I do admire you, Edie. You follow your gut.
I don't know if I follow anything. I'm just here, making shit up.
So what about that book?
What book?
Dreams.
What about it?
Oh. Was it flesh or was it bullshit?
It was flesh.
I knew it. Every severe crime derives from guilt for a lesser one.
What are you talking about, Julian?
Well, they ruined the guy's life, right? They put him away. But in order to frame him, they had to defy not only their law, but their God. Isn't that right?
Yes, but you didn't even read it. It was only just a dead body. It was already dead. They didn't kill anyone. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Do you think that's any better? I'm really starting to doubt your moral sense, Edie.
You've always doubted my moral sense.
No, Edie, mostly I've just felt sorry for her. thought you were going to bed.
No. I won't sleep tonight. But maybe you will. I hope.
Why's that?
I did something for you.
You've done something for me.
I did something for you. I told Katie.
You told Katie. What the fuck are you talking about? You're joking.
You wanted me to.
Edie, what the fuck are you talking about? That was supposed to be just between you and me. It's only ever been just you and me. You couldn't have just fucking set yourself aside? Kept something in confidence for 15 minutes? Where's your sense of loyalty or fucking debt?
I was doing it for you. So you could sleep. So you could finally feel like you did something and felt the consequences.
Edie, I did it for you. For you. Do you hear me? So that for once in your life, you could feel the feeling of doing something for someone other than yourself. It's not even true. I didn't cheat on Katie. I love Katie. You know I would never do that.
Julian, what? What are you saying?
I made it up.
That's like monstrous. That you would implant a lie in me for the rest of my life.
Fuck. It's dead. Where's your phone?
No, I'm not giving it to you.
Edie, I need to call her right now or else she's gonna think this is true and that I'm lying.
No.
Edie, give me the phone.
Get away from me.
Edie, quit fucking around. Give me the phone.
The Book of Dreams
Edie,
is a
give
book
me the
about
fucking phone.
a book bound in human. I think I heard the click that time.
Fuck! This is just like you, Edie. Look, I'm sorry. I'm gonna replace this. Alright? We can come back yet again. We can get the shots. I can't believe you did this, though. But, look. I'll read that book too, front to back. I'll remember. Fuck you, though. Fuck you. I'll memorize the fucking book.
You can't.
Yeah, I can. I'm a fast reader when I need to be.
You can't. There's no Book of Dreams.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't exist.
You made it up.
Yes.
You asked me to read that weeks ago.
Yes.
You reminded me.
Yes.
When I told you that I started it, you thanked me. Oh my God.
It's Katie. There are no girls in Julian's cycling group. Julian? I think maybe when we get back to the city, we shouldn't talk for a while. For at least a month or so. Until my deadline passes, and maybe a bit beyond that. Let's set out to do that. Just for a little while anyway.
Edie? You're a genius.